So it's good that when the time comes for an important match, you've got someone at least who's fresh.
So what did you think about Harbhajan? I mean, we can laugh now. It couldn't be easy for him because remember, everyone's saying that he's getting under the Aussies' skins. But if he had got clobbered, then he would have been. He wouldn't have looked great either. So there's pressure on him too.
Well, I mean, the behavior towards him has been abominable. It's been provocative. They've booed him at every at every stretch. And for somebody who's got about 250 wickets, I mean, that's really, I don't think it's something that he deserves. The perception that the Australians have been given is that he's a difficult customer, and that I think he's been more sinned, against, and I think there he's got his man. I think that must have been most satisfying. But he has responded in the only way a player should, and that is by performance on the field.
Sonny, not since Saurav Ganguly have I seen as much nonsense written about a player as I have in these last few weeks about Harbhajan Singh. With Saurav Ganguly it became fashionable to do so, but at least with Ganguly you knew that he was a captain, he'd been around for a while. But I've never seen so much nonsense written about Harbhajan. Not a saint, but there's been too much nonsense.
No, and he bowled well today. It's in both the finals. I thought his bowling did the talking. He rose to the occasion. He just slowed up his pace a bit. Was if you look at that graphic, in the right areas most of the time, and was doing a difficult job because he was up against two batsmen well set. Yes. But the perception I get is what the Australian media wanted to do was they thought that he's got under the skin of the Australian players. Let us try and break him down, by writing a whole lot of crap. Like this morning's Australian, when I picked up and I read that piece, I just threw it into the bin. I said, I don't want to spoil my day reading that kind of crap written. And, I'm glad Harbhajan went out and let his bowling do the talking.
On a larger
Bottom line is he stuffed Australia.
On a larger note, I think the nonsense that's been written will one day affect India-Australia. And I think there's far too many friends across India and Australia. And we need to weed out people who are creating that kind of nonsense. But that's, I think, for a completely separate day.
What word did he use?
Sorry?
What word did he use?
Weed out.
Weed out the nonsense.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah. No, I used it knowing I knew exactly what I was saying.